Hi. So today we're going to solve for the total amount. This is all about percents, and it will include gratuity, tax, commission, and discount. So let's start with these prerequisite skills, meaning this lesson, you should be able to master this even before we continue with our lesson. And we learned this in the previous video. Let's recall how to do this. What is 40% of 500? 40% of 500, let's use the diagram first. Remember this diagram? All right, so let's split 500 divided by 10 because we have 10 small boxes here, and that's going to be 50. See, each of this box represents 10%, and 10%'s value is 50. Because knowing 10% is very helpful, you can easily know what the others. And if you add all of these 50, that's 500. If you add all the percent, that's 100%. Okay, so it's no problem with that. Since I only need what? 40%. So what do? I only need this portion. This one, that one, that one. 4 times, right? Because that's 40%. 10, 10, 10, 10. That's 40%. So therefore, what will you do with your 50? Simply multiply 50 times 4 is equal to 200. So that is the part that is 40% of 500 is $200. Okay, the other method is multiplication. So 40% of 500, 40%, simply move the decimal point to the left, decimal point goes there. 0.40 of means times 500, multiply 4 times 5 is 20, add the 3 zeros, 1, 2, 3, and then move 2 decimal places, 200, yes, it is the same, right? You can even use a calculator, you'll get the same answer. Now, we're going to use the proportion. Since that's 40%, remember the percent goes on top, the bottom is always 100. We want to equate it to the part of the whole. The part we don't know, the whole is 500. Okay, and what pattern do you see? Times 5 below. Therefore, we do the same thing on top, times 5 below, and you will get the same answer. 40 times 5 is 200. So whichever method you use, whichever is easy for you, feel free to use it because we will now apply this in different practical situations. So our objectives for this lesson is to solve for the total amount. Okay, so it will be applied in gratuity, in tax, and commission. These terms might be new for you, but don't worry, we will learn about this. And what will happen? By using diagrams and expressions, understanding that it is a process of adding. Okay, at the end, there will be some addition that you need to do. Okay, also, total amount would also include discounts. Discounts. I'll explain that later. But understanding that is also a process of subtracting from the original. So there's an element of adding at the end or subtracting at the end. Remember that. Total here doesn't actually mean add all the time. Sometimes you need to subtract. Now we will apply that on each of the following situations. Now let's start with gratuity. Gratuity goes like this. So a restaurant charged the Santos family $135. So all of this meal, the receipt says you have to pay $135. All right. If they're required to pay a 15% gratuity, what is gratuity? It is a reward for good service because the waiter or the staff has been very accommodating, very courteous, and the service was good. They require a 15% gratuity or tip. That's what you call tip. Now, of course, they're not just going to pay 135, they will pay an extra amount. And how much would that be? It's based on a certain percent. They're giving you 15%. Okay, let's use the strategy of writing an expression. 15% of the total amount spent, 135. I will get a portion of that, all right, a part of it. You could use the decimal way, and the decimal way would be what? 0.15 Off means times 135. So we just need to multiply 135 times 0.15. 135 times 0.15 is $20.25. What is that amount? This is called the gratuity or the tip. Okay, that goes to the waiter, that goes to the staff, whoever will, who served the family. So at the end, how much is their total expense? So at the end, they'll not just pay 20, they will include the 135. So at the end, okay, for the total expense, you can now add the meal cost, 135.00, plus the tip, 20.25. Then you can add now 25 for cents, 5, 5. So this is now 155.25 will be the total expense incurred by the family. Remember, there's an element of adding whenever you see gratuity. Sales tax is the second topic. Now, think of tax is the portion of the sales that goes to the government. Whatever you buy, the government needs to get something out of it. Why? To provide money for the services, to provide salaries for public officials. Okay, now, so Mrs. Tenzin bought a luggage set for a price of 210. So all of this is 210. The store will have to charge them with a 9% sales tax. How much was the total expense for this transaction? Total expense at the end, she will have to pay more. Okay, so 210 plus the tax, which we don't know, is what the total transaction is. All right, so let's now solve for the tax. So the tax would be easy because it already says 9%. Let's use the to the left, 0.09 times 210. So 0.09 times 210, you will get 1890. Okay, 1890 is the tax. Well, you'll have to pay. So Mrs. Tenzin should not go in the store with exactly $210. She has to have extra money. So let's plug it in. 210 plus the tax of 1890. Our total will be 228.90. So that's the total, including the tax. So think of tax as something to be added at the end of your computation. Commission, all right? Commission is a reward for good sales. Now, think of commission again as a total. There's a total. If we want to solve for the total, you will use the commission plus the salary of somebody who is working. Now, let's look at this example. Shaquania sold the car worth $30,000. So, wow, she's a good salesperson. She was able to convince somebody to buy the car worth $30,000. She gets a commission of 5% on this transaction. Wow, she gets a portion of that because of her good work. But remember, she has already a monthly salary. The commission is an additional reward that she gets. If she didn't sell cars, she won't get extra money. Okay, how much will her take-home pay be for this month? Oh, let's start first by knowing the commission. Okay, the commission is 5% of the 30,000. Okay, let's try another way. Let's try the proportion way. I put this, okay, the percent, remember, over 100 all the time. The part is over here, and the whole is over there. Okay, let's label that. I need 5%, 5 goes there. The part is the X, the whole is 30,000. Okay, now, Now let's look for patterns. 100 became 30,000. What pattern did I do? You could use your calculator. 30,000 divided by 100, and that's just removing the last two zeros. That's times 300. Wow, that's a pattern below. Therefore, on top, 5 times 300, 5 times 300 will give me 15, followed by two zeros. So 1500 or 1,500, what is this? The commission. Commission. That's the extra money Shaquania will get. Wow, good job. On top of the salary. But remember, we need to get the take-home pay at the end of the month. At the end of the month, okay, she will get her salary of what? Salary of 30,000. No, the salary is 2,000. Okay, she won't get the 30,000. Okay, the salary is 2,000 plus the tip. No, not tip, plus the commission. Commission. Plus the commission of 1,500. So at the end of the month, guess what? She brings home 3,500. So that's what you get for doing a good job. So remember, commission is something again to be added at the end of the transaction. All right, discount amount here is that you're paying less than the original amount. You like that, right? So it will involve some subtraction now. It's different from the previous one where you're adding it. For example, Mrs. Smith wants to buy this 1,500 laptop. Quite expensive, right? But because it's Black Saturday, all the products will have a 30% discount. How much will be the final price after the discount? Okay, let's solve first for the 30% discount. Let's use another method. Remember this? Okay, the diagram 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And each part is what? 10%. Since I divide 1,500 divided by 10, that becomes 150 each. Each of this part is 150. 150, that's 10%. If I know 10%, I know everything, right? 10% helps me compute for the others. But I need what? I need 30%. So 3 parts of that. So that's going to be what? 150 times 3 is 450. Wow. Is that the price of the laptop? No, this is just the discount. This is what she will save. This is what she will not pay. All right. So I want to know now how much will she pay. Therefore, what will I do? It will not involve addition. It will now involve subtraction. 1,500, okay, minus the $450, you will get 1,050. Wow. It's cheaper now, right? So you save the 450. Oh, by the way, if you use this method, check this out. If you're not paying this 30%, therefore you're paying, look at this, the remaining amount here. See that? Okay, I will use another the green ink. If you're not paying the 30%, you're paying this one. So what do? I could do 150 times how many parts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Try to multiply that. 150 times 7, and guess what? You will also get the same amount, 1050. Wow. See? Use whatever is easy for you. Now, the following shortcut will make our lives easier. So I will be using the same problems that we used a while ago. Let's start with this. Mr. Smith wants to buy the 1,500 laptop because of the sale of 30%. How much will the final price be after the discount? Think of it this way. The whole laptop is 100%, but you're taking away the 30%. Okay, so you're just paying the 70%. So 100 minus the 30 is 70%. This is what you will pay, right? Because there's a discount. You're not paying the whole 100%. So what do? 70% of 1,500. So what do I do with the decimal? To the left, to the left. So that becomes 0.70 times 1,500. So 0.70 times 1,500 in your calculator, it will give you 1,050. It's the same with our previous answer, right? And it's easier because no need to do an additional subtraction at the end. The subtraction already happened where? At the percent level. Okay? So let's try now the second problem. Mrs. Tenzin bought a luggage worth 210. But if we're talking about tax, additional tax, the price will increase. Okay, so think of the whole luggage as 100%. 100%. But there's a 9% tax, 9% of that one. So there's an additional 9%. Okay, so you're paying that again. So let's just do 100 now plus the additional 9%, that becomes 109%. This is what you will pay. Okay, so let's write it down. 109% of 210. Let's do the decimal to the left, to the left. That becomes 1.09 times 210. So 210 times 1.09 gives me 228.90. Okay, so this is the final amount that you need to pay. There is no need to do another step of adding because we've done that already. So take note, if we're talking about tax, you can add the percent to the 100 and you will already know what to pay. These are the shortcuts, and now we will apply it to the following problems. Now let's try this problem using the shortcuts. Okay, let's start. Gregory sees an $80 jacket on sale at 30% off. How much will be the cost after 7% sales tax is applied? All right, so let's start solving for this. The jacket on sale at 30%. Let's use the shortcut. Take away the 30%. So we're just paying 70%. All right, so let's multiply these two. That's going to be 0.70 to the left times 80. Okay, but after that, so it's paying less, right? But after that, there will be a 70% tax to be added. All right, whatever we have here will have to be multiplied by this one. A 7% tax means 100% plus 7%. That means 107%. That means to the left, 1.07 of whatever amount we have here. All right, so this will be multiplied by 1.07. So let's multiply these two. So let's do this now. 0.7 times 80 will become 56. $56 is the price of the jacket. But remember, 100% plus 7% times 1.07. So times 1.07 is 59.92. Makes sense. It's higher than the supposedly $56. So this is the answer. Okay, next. A recent flu epidemic, the number of flu cases increased by 40% each week. There were 3,000 flu cases on the first week of January. How many more people were affected by the flu on the third week? Okay, so first week, second week, third week is we don't know, right? This is what we don't know. But on the first week, what do we know? On the first week, there is 3,000 cases. So in the second week, an increase of 40%. So that's 100% plus 40%, so 140%. So I'll have to multiply this by 140% of that to the left times 1.40. 1.40. But again, it will increase by another 30%. So multiply it by 40%, 1.40. Okay, so after the second week, let's solve for this. 3,000 times 1.4 is 4,200. 4,200 cases. Then multiply again by 1.40 times 1.40. You will get 5,880. Okay, that's on the third week. So this is the third week. This is the second week. Now, what is being asked? How many more people were affected in the third week compared to the first week? So we're comparing what? We are comparing the 3,000 versus the 5,880. How did it increase? So how will I know that? Subtract them. 5,880 minus 3,000 is 2,880. So this is the correct answer. Got it? Good job.